Greetings, everyone. Thanks for stopping by the channel. It's Moodog from Moodog's Frugal RCs and More, coming to you from the research kitchen today. Today we're going to be doing a rig rundown on the NextX GPtoys Foxx S911 two-wheel drive 112 scale pickup truck. This is a vehicle that's been out there for a little while now. I don't have this featured on my channel. It does fit in with the frugality of my channel, my mindset, all that type of thing. So if you guys are into that same kind of thing, this will fit nicely within those parameters. Now this is going to be right at around the $50 mark. Some places you can get a little cheaper. Some places you might pay a little bit more. This one I got on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description for you guys if you want to check it out for yourselves. It's going to make a great Christmas gift for pretty much anybody, guys. Anybody into RCs, even if you got a bunch of cars, this is a nice one to add to the garage. So what comes in the package is your battery. Now this one's going to come with, this particular kit comes with two of these batteries. This is a 9.6 volt, whoops, upside down. This is a 9.6 volt, 800 milliamp per hour proprietary battery, lithium ion chemistry. You're going to get the charger with that, which is a 110 volt wall plug, American style wall plug on here. 3.2 volts on this one at 1,000 milliamps. So you're looking at probably about 2 hours or so to fully charge a battery from a fully spent cell. You're getting a Phillips screwdriver. Couple of spare parts with this as well, guys. A little goodie bag here. You'll have some spare gears. You're going to have some spare hood body pins, as well as a tool to remove and tighten the wheels. The manual that this comes with, guys, is always a pretty good. GPtoys does a decent job on here. We have nice kind of magazine stock for the paper here. You can see up in the right corner there the NextX logo. And this is, again, the Foxx S911. They're showing the vehicle in water here, so the waterproof. I don't really see anything else on the packaging that leads me to believe it is waterproof, other than the fact that we have a vehicle here seemingly ensconced or covered in water, if you will. 33 miles per hour is their claimed top speed on this. That is going to be met with some scrutiny. I don't know if that's going to be even near what this thing will do. I'm guessing probably around 20, maybe 22 miles an hour on a fully charged cell. But again, I don't have no way of checking that right now. I don't have a GPS speedometer as of right now. GPtoys does a good job on these manuals. All the Chinese to English translation is pretty decently done. You might find a hiccup or a burp somewhere in here. Might make you chuckle a little bit, but it's going to be easy enough to figure out by just looking at the pictures, and you can pretty much decipher it without too much trouble. All the information you're going to need to get this thing started, to insert the batteries, to put the body clips on once you get the body on, is all going to be in this manual. You have a parts grid here, and it's going to give you all the part numbers and all the nice pictures to go beside that, so you'll be able to see what you need, what part number. Parts are going to be readily available for this too, guys, not only on Amazon but also at GPtoys. They have a website that they can lead you to getting parts should you need them. On the center of the manual here, you're going to have some exploded views of some of the different component sections of the vehicle. Here you're going to have shock absorbers and undercarriage type stuff here. These wheels are going to be, tires are going to be foam filled, and it's showing kind of there that whole shoot and match there. As you go on, you're seeing the multi-piece chassis here. This is a tub style enclosed chassis, and then the actual transmission down on the bottom. And we have more exploded view here of the drive line of the vehicle. So all the stuff on here, guys, is done really well. A lot of warnings, kind of give you an idea how to do some basic troubleshooting on here. We have an order form in the back here, along with GPtoys contact for support there. You have a couple of these scannable codes here that you could scan with your smartphone, and I believe that will take you directly to GPtoys GPtoys website there. And again, really just nicely done. Good one to hang on to. I would not recommend throwing that one out. The transmitter that this comes with, guys, is going to be your standard offering for GPtoys. Kind of toyish feeling, but still not too bad. A little bit on the lackluster side when it comes to functionality. All you're going to get with this one is going to be steering trim, and that's going to happen right by this little knurled knob there. You have a fake antenna up on top here, a little lanyard hook right there if you wanted to hang this thing around your neck. You have an on and off switch with the power indicator there, so letting you know that it is 2.4 gigahertz for the signal. And our steering wheel is pretty decent. You don't have any kind of foam or rubber on this one, so it's going to be pretty much just plasticky feeling. The return spring's okay, nothing really great or to write home about, but not bad. These do a pretty good job. This is going to be sold as a ready-to-run kit, but you're going to find that we do need to install batteries, and we would go about doing that by using the included screwdriver and then removing this plate here from the pistol grip, and you'll see that this is going to take 2 AA batteries, which are not included. You're going to have to supply those yourself, so we're talking about probably 98% ready to run here. Good size trigger opening here, guys, so if you're like me and you do a lot of driving or bashing in the winter months and need to wear gloves, that's a nice opening on there, so light gloves will be very compatible with this transmitter. But all around, I think a very functional and very good transmitter for what you're paying for this vehicle. And that brings us to the truck itself, guys. I already have the hood pins pulled on here, but we'll take a closer look at this once. We can see a red flame kind of against a gloss black background with some kind of goofy, in some cases, Chinese race stickers on here. This one's not the worst. I've seen some others that are pretty comical. This one's not the worst, but we can see that this is a nicely done body on here, guys. It's a Lexan body, and you can see on the top here, I'll kind of turn this around this way. You see on the top here kind of a telltale little spider or crab there, and I think that's a logo for one particular company, and I'm pretty sure it's the same company that manufactures this vehicle. Bumpers on here are going to be pretty nicely done, guys, nice and beefy on that. A little bit of resiliency on there too as well, so risk of breaking those I think is going to be minimal. Tires, as mentioned before, are going to be foam filled, a little bit on the harder side for the compound here, guys, so the tires I'm not a real big fan of, but they do a pretty decent job just for general bashing. Shock absorbers on this one, guys, are going to be just friction as far as the damping goes on here, so nothing, no oil filled on there, but these cars tend to track pretty well on rough surfaces, so they do a pretty good job. Not a whole lot of bounce, very soft feeling suspension on here, so they do a decent job. Nice looking rims on here, guys, with the kind of a gold or yellow colored ring around there, and these are going to be nutted with nylon lock nuts on here to hold the whole shoot and match on. I'll go ahead and pull the body off of here. We'll look at this a little bit closer. Now, this is a Lexan body, guys, but it's a little on the thinner side, not the thinnest that I've seen, but still on the thinner side, so I'm going to recommend that if you do bash these like I bash them, you probably want to reinforce this with Gorilla Tape or duct tape, something along those lines, to kind of keep this thing intact. But you can see a nice gloss finish on there, a very good looking body on this one. These are available should you have to get one for whatever reason, either the GPtoys website or on Amazon. I think these are about $10 or $11 on Amazon. The car itself is completely enclosed, so we have this tub style chassis here, guys, and you can see on the bottom here we have the screen printed on the GPtoys, and then the model of the vehicle, the S911 Foxx truck, FCC warning stuff on the top there. Everything is pretty much plastic on this one, guys, not a whole lot of metal on here. There are metal ball bearing cages where there would normally be like a bushing or a brass type bushing on vehicles in this price range, so I think that kind of stands out from some of the other vehicles in the $50 range. This is all ball bearings and a very nice running ball bearings as well. Like I mentioned before, the bumpers are decently built. The lower A-arms, everything like that is pretty thick for what you're getting here, for what you're paying. You have a servo, which is not bad. This is a decent little servo that's in here. It's a mini servo 5-wire. We have on the bottom here, all the hardware on this vehicle is going to be Phillips head screws. No hex heads on this one at all. The battery compartment on the front here, guys, actually on the top of the chassis, is going to be opened by these little toggles. So we would slide these toggles up, and then we can access the battery underneath here by lifting up on this. Here. There we go. And that reveals the second battery. Now this is a same battery as before. It just basically fits in, set it into place here. Now this has got plenty enough room in here. You could put a lipo in, and what I did with my other S911 truck is I cut this end off here and I soldered on a Dean's connector, and I'm using, actually no, it was a mini JST, and I'm actually using small lipo batteries in my other one. It tends to work out pretty nice. So we do have the proprietary plug on here, which is, I don't know, it's proprietary. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but it is what it is. So you'd stick your battery in there, you'd set this plug down on top there, kind of sandwich it on top, and close the cover. We'll show you that in just a second. But you have your power switch right here, your little antenna right next to that there, if you can see that or not. But your power switch right here, one of my gripes on this vehicle is the fact that you have to actuate the power switch, and in order to do that, you have to remove the cover. So say you're going out to bash and you got your battery in and everything ready to go, your body's on, but now crap, you got to turn the car on. So you got to take the body off, you got to pull this off, you got to turn it on. It's kind of a little bit on the backward side for me. That's my only real gripe with this vehicle. Otherwise, working on it's really simple. Parts are easy to find, no real big issues, and parts are very inexpensive, I should add as well. So putting the battery cover back on, you're going to want to follow the shape of these center vents here. So you got kind of a D shape there. You want to make sure everything is following suit, and pop this into place here. Snap her down and then close these toggles, and that kind of latches the cover on there. And that's pretty much it, guys. Not much more to really say about this one. I do own this car already, and I have been driving it. This one's probably going to see some modifications, not only to convert to a lipo battery, but I'm probably also going to be putting some lighting in here. And you can see on these bumper grills we have holes here for LED lights, both in the front and then here on the back as well. We have two little bead holes here as well. I should also mention that our body posts are also going to be adjustable via screws. There's those screws right here that you would loosen, and you can drop that down, or I think it might raise up a little bit. Yeah, one or two holes it might raise up. But that's pretty much it for this one, guys. I think this is a really great value. That's why I wanted to show you guys this vehicle. I just got this in today for the channel. I did pay full cost for this. This was not a freebie from GPtoys. This one is available pretty much anywhere online, but this one is an Amazon purchase for me. And I'll post a link in the description for you guys if you want to check it out. That's pretty much it. I'd like to thank all my new subscribers for coming on board and putting up with me during my growing stage of the channel. And those that have been with me for a while, thanks a lot for stopping by, guys. We'll see y'all in the next one, and God bless the Republic.